All right, nice, that'll do. All right, hey guys, welcome back to the Emlyn in the Mix show. We're checking out the brand new release from Native Instruments. It is Maschine 3 or Maschine 3. I'm gonna call it Maschine because I've been calling it that way my whole entire life. I've probably been saying it wrong, but I don't care. I'm calling it Maschine. Anyway, Maschine 3.0 has dropped and we're gonna be checking it out here on the show. I'm gonna give you my thoughts and feedback and we're gonna look at some of the new features that we're gonna attempt to. I've got a bit of a different setup here today, and yeah, we're just gonna have some fun. Let's check out what Maschine 3.0 can offer. And before we do jump in, just a bit of housekeeping to get out of the way. Now, if you do want to skip ahead of all the product overview and housekeeping, you can do that. I'll endeavor to have a timeline down below. But before we do get into the product, of course, we are on Spotify. Yes, you can take me on the go if you want to listen to Emlyn in the mix, in your car, in your headphones while you're jogging. You can do that. So let's get rid of the Spotify logo there. We are on Spotify, of course, as a video as well, Vodcast, check that out. And yeah, let's just jump straight in. So Maschine or Maschine 3.0. Now I'm going to say Maschine. Anyway, Maschine 3.0 is here, beat making and music production software. Is it the update you've been waiting for? So Maschine is all about getting your musical ideas flowing. It's every step of the way, from beat making and sampling to arranging and performing your tracks. Use it with virtual instruments at your own samples, add your own samples, both on its own and as a DAW. And this update should be available on the Maschine Plus systems if you have one of those in the not too near distant future, I'm told, by Native Instruments. So that is pretty exciting, as I have one of those here in the studio, but we are just using the desktop version today, as this update is only available on the desktop version at the recording of this video. So I guess the biggest new feature on this particular update is the stem separation. Now, I know this is probably not for everybody, but the stem separation is actually pretty good. It uses isotope software in the back end to make it happen. So you can import any track and Maschine will identify the bass, drums, vocals, and other elements at the click of a button. Stem separation opens up a whole world of sampling possibilities, and it's all powered by Isotope's legendary RX technology. It has got community requested features. So Maschine 3 was designed to include feedback from the Maschine community. First, there's bounce in place, which lets you render sounds, patterns, and ideas as audio, saving CPU power and opening up new creative possibilities. They've also added support for compressed file formats and per scene tempo for deep control over track flow. And there's basic Control Mark III keyboard integration with transport controls and on-keyboard display of Maschine modules and thousands of NKS partner plugins. Now, I have been a Maschine fanboy for at least a little bit more than 10 years. I got my first Maschine Studio about 10 years ago, and I've never looked back. I just love the workflow. It's very quick for me. And again, I know there's probably going to be some Akai fanboys here today. Just, gotta get it. But I don't care about that. Like, all bias aside, I just want to look at, do I like this update? Does this update, help me in any way? Because I already like Maschine. The only thing I've never really liked, and I'm giving you my honest feedback already, is the sequencing side of things. I feel that definitely needs some improvement. Doesn't look like they've improved it that much in this update, and I think that's where there's been a little bit of kickback on this update. But who knows, like, maybe this will get done in a future update. I think this update's pretty good still so far, even though we haven't showed it off here just yet. Just from what I've seen, there's some pretty cool little features, but I don't think it's everything that everybody has wanted. But you can't please everybody, can you? So no hardware is needed now, so you can just use the software. That's pretty cool. So you don't have to have like be in an exclusive club, like have the hardware to actually use it. That is actually pretty cool. And I don't think that's getting mentioned. Maschine Central expansion. So there's a new expansion, which includes, I think it's about 7.7 gigabytes of samples. And the Maschine samples, this is another one. I know people are like, there must be just like Maschine haters, because I've seen people like, oh, they're for babies or beginners. No, they're not. The samples are lit. Like, they are some of the top tier samples. And trust me, I review so much software, so much. Like, I was going to say hundreds, probably not in the hundreds, but we look at a new piece of software every week here on this channel. And this is Native Instruments is bar none when it comes to the samples. There are other companies that do really well, like UVI and companies like that, but Native Instruments and the Maschine sample-based software is in my opinion some of the best, like highest quality. And I don't know why there's haters on that, because it doesn't even make sense. Like the samples in Maschine, Native Instruments Maschine, I haven't. I mean, and again though, okay, so if you're gonna if an Akai fanboy is gonna come in here and say something, I can't speak on behalf of Akai, okay? So maybe there are better samples. I don't know how you could do that though, because these samples are they just sound great and they inspire straight away. So here's the arranging section. I'm not a massive fan of it. I mean, I have wrote a track in it once, and it took a bit of time. It's just not the way I like to write my music. It has a little bit of an Ableton-esque live vibe, writing downwards, but it's all pattern based. So you got an idea stage, you smush it all together, you can start arranging it. One of the cool new updates with this though is they have done you can have different tempos per scene. Look, I don't know how I'm gonna go today. I'm gonna attempt to do like a little bit of a ditty here. We have got it inside Ableton Live, so I'm using it inside a DAW, just so I can get the sound back on the podcast here today. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Just make sure I've gone over all the new features. Yeah, so there's new MIDI editing tools as well. So you got a suite of MIDI editing tools to split, join, erase, and mute MIDI notes. So we'll have a look at that. You got custom tempo, which I just mentioned, different tempos per scene. It does link up with the Control-S keyboard. If you have a Control-S Series Mark III, integration is now included. It has bounce in place. That's another cool feature that's been updated new. And more file formats. I saw people were going off about this because you can now import MP3s into the Maschine software, and people are like, dude, it's 2024. Like, anyway, it's just something that they needed to do a long time ago. They've finally done it, okay? Look, I think it's the arranger. I think that's for me. That's what I would love to see an improvement upon, but I'm happy with this update. I think this is cool. It is a paid update though, so I don't know how that's going to hit too. If people are being negative, the Australian dollar is 49. It's probably only like 29 USD or something like that. I can't see the USD because I am in Australia. All right, let's jump over. I don't know why I'm talking like that. Jump over to my like studio shot here. All right, and let's just do our best here. So I got it up in Ableton Live. Here it is here. I really actually like the GUI now. Like I don't know if it was resizable like this, but you can make it massive. Actually, let's jump back to the other screen just so you can have it there in the background. You see it a bit bigger. And I have got a Maschine down here in front of me. I actually like this GUI update. I really like it. Resizable GUI. We can jump into like groups here. If I close that, you got this little eye here. It shows you all your expansions here. You didn't have this before. I don't know if that's resizable. They kind of look a little bit small there, but I just think this is really nice. Like, yeah, I think this is cool. So let's go in. I'm going to look at one of the newer expansions I have here. I like this Velvet Bloom. And of course you've got, you can pre-listen. So let's pre-listen. Let's find a kit that we like. And yeah, we'll go from there. Actually, I really like this one. We'll go with this one. All right, so just double click it. All right, loads up. Of course, you don't need a Maschine hardware to use this software anymore, but for the sake of this video, we'll jump back over to this one here. And yeah, we'll just take off the banners there. Got the green screen behind me, of course. But yeah, here's my my little group here is set up. So got my kit. Actually, let's see if there is integration. I do have a Series Mark III below. Is there? Oh, there is. Except I got scales on. Turn scales off. Oh, that's cool. I can't see it on here though. I like that. We'll go up an octave. All right, let's put a little ditty together And yeah, I'll do my best to show some of these new features. I mean, I've gone over them again, and I think that's why I think people were expecting like just like a whole new piece of software, and I can understand that. But anyway, let's have a little go. I'm inside the door, so I probably need to press play inside the door to get this going. Let's see if we got door control. We do. Okay, cool. Here we go. All right, it'd be nice if we have a metronome too as well. Let's get a metro on. That's the metronome inside Maschine. Come back to this key here so you can see it a little bit bigger. This scene, sorry. All right, so we'll just get a little beat in. It's a bit fast actually. Let's slow it down a bit. So if you do it in standalone, you don't have to rely on the door. So we've got something here now, right? It's a little bit out, so let's just quantize it. There we go. So now that I've created like a pretty smallish loop, I wonder if we can extend our loop out a bit. Let's just see, yeah, you can do that. Let's see some of these. Oh, let's actually look at some of these new MIDI features, okay? So supposedly they're pretty good. So we can, I think we can Alt and copy across like that. Yeah, cool. And then you can do, there was some, oh yeah, this is cool. This is new. Okay, so here we go. All right, want to mute, let's mute that beat there. So it's like, okay, cool. And then you can split as well. This is also new. Can I zoom in here? These are new features, baby. Look, I like new features. I know they're not, I know we're gonna have some fanboys like just going nuts here, but okay, this is cool though. I'm actually down for this new features. Look, I'm old school, okay? Just give me a little bit of something and I'm happy. Okay, something interesting there. And you can press, I think if you hold down 0, that will make your, we'll go back to scissor mode here, or split mode. You can cut anywhere, I think. Yeah, so I can make a really small, there you go, I made a really, really small slice. This is actually this is vastly improved, I would say. Take 0 off there, and now we're back on the grid. Okay. That actually sounds off grid. Okay, cool. And then let's say we don't want that one. Okay, cool. So some of the new MIDI features I was able to show you. I'm proud of myself. I could do that. All right, cool. Let's see if I can, we're going to take the record mode off. All right, let's see if I can, with my keys, we'll go back to here. All right, we'll just record something simple. Ready? All right, nice, that'll do. Might just extend my beat out a bit. And we'll get our beat in. Oh, that's cool, it does it in real time. All right. All right, just gotta get my back onto the sample. So we go there. All right, so something like that. Let's cut it in. Something like that. Turn our metro off. Now we don't need it. It's not bad. It's not bad. Just bear with me, guys. Just bear with me. We need a little bit more of a groove, hey? Let's see what we can come up with. All right, let's add a bit of a bass to this. Where's that bass? Here it is. Well, it's got a bit of a lick on it. Whoa. Oh, it's maybe something just simple like that. Here we go. I'll just quantize that up. All right. Yeah, we got some real simple here. We're gonna jump back over to our mixer and cool. We just got something very chill, very simple there, and of course we can add groups. I guess you can't if you're running it in the DAW. It doesn't look like you can create the different scene tempos here because I'm not running it as standalone. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I know I didn't really get to show off all of its brand new features, but you can do the stem separation feature. Look, it's probably not for me. I'm going to be honest. I still love, and maybe it is biased, I still love Maschine's workflow. I love how you can just make a little beat like I've just done here really quickly, really simply. And, you know, you can add the effects and so forth. They've done some, I really like, look, if I'm going to give it any positive feedback, it's the GUI is really, really nice. I really like it, but there's still some things that feel a bit clunky on the back end. And I especially don't like this arranger because probably how I would work from here is I usually just, when I'm making music with Maschine, I usually just make my beat and then I will bounce it straight into Ableton Live. But now that it's got this bounce down feature, which is pretty cool. The other features, you know, are welcoming additions. I just don't know when I'd use them, the stem separation, that sort of thing. And yeah, I mean, I'm excited to check out. I don't think I've checked out the Maschine Central yet, which is their brand new expansion. Look, overall, I get it why some people might be disappointed, especially the hardcore user fan base of Maschine. And maybe they're jumping ship because it doesn't have everything they need or wanted, or they've been waiting for so long to get this update. I could understand that. But if you're still a Maschine user and you love using Maschine, not a lot's changed. And, you know, if it ain't broke, you know, the saying is if it ain't broke, you know, why even bother changing it? And I feel like for that, you got to commend them for keeping what has worked. I like the MIDI tools, actually. I think they're really cool. I would love to learn some of the newer features, get better at using them. I think overall, this could be a pretty promising update. I think maybe people are only looking surface level and not seeing, you know, they haven't like, you know, it'd be like if, for example, for those of you who know what Reason is, the Reason DAW, if they totally just change that, that'll just ruin the appeal of Reason because that has its own environment, that sort of works in its own way. Anyway, I'm going to leave it as that, as my feedback, and I do get the upset from the other side as well, but I still love Maschine. I'm sorry, I still love it, and I love the updates. Some of the updates here I really freaking love. Anyway, leave your thoughts and comments down below. Don't be too critical. You should check it out. If you can check it out because it's not an expensive update. And yeah, I'll have a link for it actually down below. It is an affiliate link. So, you know, you want to shout out to your boy, you want to support your boy and your own back wallet and pocket, and you want to check out this update, please click the link down below. Consider doing that. Consider liking, just like the video and hit subscribe on the way out if you did like the content here today, because we do cover all things music technology, software and hardware wise. Thanks again for joining me, guys, and we'll be back next week. Until then, peace out. Boom. Hey, thanks for listening to the Emlyn in the Mix podcast. Here you will find all the latest in music technology, software and hardware, interviews and more. Also, don't forget to check out the Emlyn in the Mix YouTube channel today. Till next time, keep it real.